Welcome, crypto fam, to the number one daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, the Democrats in the U.S. had become extremely centralized and authoritarian. So it makes sense that in the age of Bitcoin, they would freak out and blow themselves up like they're doing. The Orange Pill Party will replace the DNC and RNC in the United States. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin hash rate drawdown hits bear market levels, but miners are not selling, as well as Mt. Gox creditors opt to hodl these Bitcoin payouts, according to the latest Reddit poll, as well as BlackRock sets their spot Ether ETF fee at 0.25% amid the rush of the S1 filings. We could get the green light as soon as this Monday, according to the top analysts. We'll also be discussing analysts forecasting a $223,000 Bitcoin price after Bitcoin's bullish momentum returns. That's right. Also, breaking news coming from Dennis Porter. He announced Trump to announce a USA Bitcoin strategic reserve in Nashville. And he says, P.S., this is not a joke. My sources are credible. That's right. President Trump says his experience with Bitcoin and crypto has been eye-opening, quoting Trump here. I don't want to be responsible for another country taking over this fear. Preach. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Make some noise in that live chat. Good to see the fam here with us. We streaming on 3 platforms right now, including X, Rumble, and the Tube. So let's freaking go. If you guys can repost this, it's always greatly appreciated. Shout out Sailing Fish and Twins. Good to see you, broski. Devon. We got K Jammy Jam. We got Dankness. We got Bone Daddy. We got Mick Foofinator. We got the one and only Chandy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Chandy10 Music pinned in the chat there. And we do have a poll. Will Trump announce at this conference, ultimately adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States? Let me know your thoughts. Yes, no, I doubt it, or not sure. And towards the end of the stream, I'll be reading the results of the poll. My lips may be a little orange. I was just sipping on some Bitcoin juice, aka orange juice. Not orange juice, but carrot juice, and it's super orange. So like my grill may have turned orange, and I forgot to wash my face after I drank it. So just FYI, if you see a little orangeness around the lips. Hulk, smash that like. Please do. It does help out tremendously, of course, with the algorithm.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Let's go. Welcome everyone to the podcast. We're live and in the flesh right now. Anyone who reposts the stream over on X with a quote, I will repost it, and I will also make sure to follow you. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and check over on X, and thanks in advance to everyone who's been reposting the content. It's been helping, as we've been having over 1,000 people on every stream live concurrent, at least over on X, so it's working. So keep doing it. Eric just retweeted the stream and said, escape the matrix. That's right, we unplugged from the matrix round here. Just reposted the repost, brother. Greatly appreciate it. JC, Ice Baby, greatly appreciate the retweet. Just reposted your reposts. Thank you, family. And that goes for anyone else as well. Devon just wrote, let's freaking go, Bitcoin JV. Just reposted that comment. Devon, greatly appreciate that. It helps out a lot. And so keep reposting it. And throughout the stream, I'll be checking my X to repost all your posts, and we'll blow this stream up. I'm going to be live for the next couple of hours. You know how we do. We ain't playing no games around here.
Bitcoin, 60 G. Buying opportunity for 5th level sexy G's. What do you think, JV?
Light that mofo up. And I ain't talking about the sage. We talk about the price action. Let's get back to 70 G's. Let's enter price discovery 74. Send it.
By the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator. I'm for Nipsey.
Appreciate that, K Jammy Jam. Welcome, Baccarat, Trump and the biddy. 1 week away from the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. Who's going to be there? Let me know. Shout out Juan Espino. Good to see you. Grant Noakes. Always a pleasure, family. Welcome, everybody. Let's get it. Shout out to the Nippinator. You already know. Chris Klein. Woohoo!
Not for the weirdo, Kit Kat, kitty cat, a kitty cat. I'm for stacking the sats, stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby, it's a chance to stack those sats.
Chance to stack them biddies.
Chance to stack the bitties. Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. I got my mind on my Bitcoin, and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, 60 G's. I'm buying opportunity. Bitcoin.
You know what to do. Buy that freaking dip and let's celebrate as we rip. Shout out to everyone just joining the stream. Again, we're on 3 platforms. Anyone repost this over on X, I'll repost your repost. I'll be checking the feed throughout the stream. But let's dive right into the news, shall we? And let's get this show on the road. Welcome everyone just joining us. If you're new to the channel, important to smash those likes, go ahead and subscribe, then hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications to receive daily, premium, crypto news alerts every day. Just like this. Today is pod episode number 1704. I'm your host, JV. It is July 18th, 2024. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Pulling up Coin 360 here. You should be able to see it on your screen any second. There we go. So yeah, we have Bitcoin currently above 63,500, down 1.5% on the day. We have Ether above 3,400, down 0.3% on the day. XRP big correction after a big massive pump in the past few days. But the entire market has been pumping since the failed assassination attempt on Trump, and we finally just corrected. We tapped a bottom of 53.5, so we're ultimately 10,000, which is a god candle above the local low. And checking out coinmarketcap.com to check out the latest here. You can see the market cap sitting at $2.33 trillion. We have the Bitcoin market cap sitting at $1.25 trillion. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. Mano leading the pack, up 9%, followed by Whiff up 7%, followed by Rune up 4%. Below that, BGB, Jupe, and Tau. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull run? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective. We'll start on the daily. Safe to say 90% of the market back in the red. And zooming out on the monthly, we flipped that. Maybe 85% of the market in the green with some respectable gainers, as you can see on your screen. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today is a 61 in greed. Yesterday was a 69. Last week a 29 in fear. And last month a 74 in greed. So there you go, yo. We still got a couple of weeks left for this month. We also have a big conference coming up. There's going to be over 20,000 people there, including Trump. Shout out Carlos Costa. I greatly appreciate the sub, family. You're going to have RFK Jr. there. You're going to have Kathy Wood. You're going to have, of course, Mikey Saylor. And speaking of Mikey Saylor, what's the second best cryptocurrency, family?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So there you go. I'm going to be pretty lit, family. Let me know. And welcome everyone just joining us. Remember, this is live and interactive, so please interact. Let me know where you're tuned in from. I'm broadcasting live from Puerto Rico, and I'm going to be live for the next couple of hours. So do repost this, spread the word as we continue preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi Nakamoto. Stacking them sats in West Virginia. My man, keep stacking them sats, eh? That's the number one thing to be doing around here. You feel me?
Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me.
Oh yeah, Ed Snowden is going to be there too. Whistleblower Edward Snowden, American hero. Let's go.
Involved in that sell on the dip crowd sell on the dip crowd dip sell dope sell no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin.
Roger out.
Roger out.
Dun, 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 dun. Woo. James Elsey, I appreciate the repost on X. I just reposted your repost, brother. And that goes for anyone else as well. Chandy just reposted it. Greatly appreciate that, Siski. She wrote, want to celebrate Bitcoin with the best Bitcoin podcaster. He is live right now. Watch JB with the crypto news. Now on X, YouTube, and Rumble. Join. That, much appreciated, Chandy. You're the bomb diggity. Thank you, thank you. Again, every post helps out tremendously. Crypto Dano. I'm just followed you back. I promise to follow everyone back who retweets my content, and I just reposted your repost. Thank you, Crypto Dano. That's very kind of you. And again, we'll be checking these throughout the entire feed. Our goal is to get well over 1,000 people on the Twitter feed by the end of the stream. Let's do it. Live and in the flesh. Shout out Fred Hampton. What it do? Siamano. Has President Trump talked yet? If not, when? 1 week. He's going to be speaking at the largest Bitcoin conference, of course. Disclaimer, there's no financial advice given on the stream. Facts. Thank you, Das Sick. Everything shared here is for entertainment purposes only. Good afternoon, Guido. Good to see you, brother. In the past 2 weeks, the Bitcoin ETFs have accumulated $2 billion in Bitcoin. Why? The Bitcoin dominance drop. Odd. I bit blah 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 as this past Tuesday holds more Bitcoin than GBTC. That is right. BlackRock being the largest holder of Bitcoin only took them 6 months. Daytona, Florida representing. Shout out Silver Spike. Eric Castro, JV. Have you come across Ian Carroll? Takes me further down the rabbit hole. I haven't came across that, but I live down the rabbit hole, so I can totally relate. What's good, Mick Foofinator? Bitcoin Avant. It's Wednesday, I think, says Fred Hampton. Right on. Keep the comments flowing. This is live and interactive. I'll be checking the live comment feed throughout the stream, but let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out the charts where the price action is likely to go next. I'll also be pulling up some of the live charts, which is always fun to do, family. So yeah, this headline reads, Bitcoin RSI, Relative Strength Index, points to more Bitcoin price upside as the $65,000 battle continues to rage like rage against the machine. You feel me? Here you're looking at the one-day chart. Bitcoin continued its flight to reclaim 65 G's, baby, on July 18th as the level became a key line in the sand for analysts. Let's go. That's right. TradingView showed consolidatory Bitcoin price action, characterizing the Asia trading session at the Wall Street Open, reaching 66,000 the day prior. Bitcoin returned to test the mettle of its recent gains as the short-term hodler realized price came into play. This bull market trend line just above 64 Gs as of July 18th had previously been lost as support for the first time in nearly a year. Quoting trader Rec Capital, Bitcoin is not quite ready just yet for a successful retest of the 65 level as new support. Bitcoin will need a similar retest like in the not so distant past, as you can see here in the blue circles, to confirm a break back into the $65,000 to $71,500 region. And a further post warned that Bitcoin risks rejection if 65 area remains undefeated on the daily time frames. We also have Scott Melker, who shared the following: bearish divergence canceled. Nice. We now have confirmed hidden bullish divergence, which in this graph you can see in the blue, which is a continuation signal. And employing the Elliott wave analysis, crypto trader X-Force Global saw reason for confidence in the upside continuation following the consolidatory phase, quoting him here. Overall, we're looking for the continuation of the bullish trend if the buy pressure continues to at least the finish of the first wave of the intermediate degree in orange to gain more confidence that we're finally going to break the all-time high, going into the conclusion of a primary wave 5 of the highest degree. And we all know Elliott wave theory is in 5 different waves. Now, bullish Bitcoin price signals continue to flow according to Trading Suite, Decent Trader. The latest print from the Predator on 3-day time frames produced the first green bullish signal since early February, the start of the Bitcoin run up of the bull to all-time highs of 73.8, which is the current all-time high, which we need to recapture to enter price discovery. The indicator uses a basket of inputs to generate green and red signals across multiple platforms. So there you have it. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, the Democrats in the United States had become extremely centralized and authoritarian. So it makes sense that in the age of Bitcoin, they would freak out and blow themselves up like they are doing. The Orange Pill Party will replace the DNC, ultimately the Democratic Party, as well as the RNC, the Republican Party. Orange Pill, anyone? Let me know if you've been down that rabbit hole. I'm sure all of you have. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but nonetheless, I digress. Shout out to Max Keiser and Stacey Herbert. Now let's pull up some of the live chart action, Jackson. We'll start with the 1 month, and then we'll zoom in from here, family. This is always fun to check out. So yeah, let's pull this up. Bada boom, bada bing. You should be able to see on your screen, we're currently hovering above 63,500. This is live and in the flesh. This is the 1 month chart brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. And as you can see, we had 7 consecutive green candles followed by itty bitty red, itty bitty green. And let's see how we finish the month of July. But obviously, we've been pretty bullish for the past year, safe to say. And I think we're going to continue with our bullish momentum post-halving here. But let's zoom in a little. Let's check out the 1 week chart. Live and in the flesh, we do got a bullish flag formation breakout. We do have a target at roughly 92,000, and we also have a mega bullish target, cup and handle, sitting at $126,267. Let me know if you'd like to see the Bitcoin price at 126 G's, baby. And let's continue to zoom in some. That was the 1 week chart. Now let's look at the 1 day. 1 day chart looking bullish as well. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green consecutive candles. Again, since the failed assassination attempt on Trump, we have been pumping big bullish candles. And we finally just started getting some corrective candles, as you can see on the 1 day chart right there. Now let's zoom into the 4 hour. Then we'll check out the 1 hour. The 4 hour chart looking bullish as well. We do have a bullish flag formation. We do have a couple of targets. One sitting at roughly 68,500 and a bullish target for a bullish flag sitting just shy of $75,000, which would take us to price discovery mode. Let's go. And let's now check out the 1 hour. Una hora. Here you go. The 1 hour chart. You can see a little sideways action, Jackson, right now, a little corrective, momentum, but nonetheless, we're still hovering above 63.5, so it's all good in the Bitcoin hood, if you feel what I'm saying. But anyways, fam, there's your TA for the day. Let me know where you feel the price action will likely go for this month of July. Holla at your boy, and I'll read your comments out loud. Crypto surge, you heard. 2 weeks of a heat wave in the PNW. It's over 95 degrees. We'll be 105 by the weekend. Hot as molasses out here in Puerto Rico as well. Yo, I almost died walking Nipsey this morning. I'm being sarcastic, clearly, but it's that hot. It feels like I'm going. It feels like I'm in the sauna when I am outside. It's like real talk. Shout out Jerry Reynolds. Bangkok in the building. The measured move off this huge cup and handle is more like 225. Sounds even better than me, Greg. Check out Bolowski's visual index of the charts. What's good with the twins? Shout out to Dankness, my homie. Important to remember, Trump and BlackRock are all late to the party. We've all front ran them, so congratulations to the broskies. Who don't like a good looking chart? Show me the biddies. Show me the biddies. Yeah, yo, you already know. It is off the charts. 105 PNW. It is insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. It is pretty insane. Shout out to the Switch Whisperer. What's poppin', brother? I'm going to go ahead and check the X feed again. My promise to all of you, anyone who reposts the live stream, I will repost your repost, and I'll make sure to be following you as well. For example, Brian Paul, I appreciate the repost. I just reposted your repost, and now I am officially following you over on X, brother. Thank you so much. Jerry Reynolds from Bangkok, he just commented the live stream and wrote, "Time, crypto news time." Just reposted the comment, broski. Greatly appreciate ya. Bangkok, Thailand, representing. Let's get it. Chance it bit. I appreciate the repost. Just reposted the repost. Make sure I'm following you. I am following you, brother. Thank you. Much love. Steven, Crypto Surge in the building. Just reposted the repost. Greatly appreciate that, broski. Let's keep it moving. Guido, appreciate the repost. Just reposted the repost on the repost on the repost. You feel me? It's like Inception in this piece. And Hillbilly Will, repping for all the hillbillies out there. Just reposted the repost. Thank you, Hillbilly Willie. You the man. James Elsey, the rest of you guys are amazing. I'll be checking the stream throughout the stream, and we'll be reposting like a mofo, because that's what we do around here. Heat Dome, who's the hottest right now? Meaning, where you at? Anyone is at 110 degrees yet? Let me know. I'm curious. JV and the fam, let's do it. Okay, good. It's good in the hood. 38 damn hot. I'm assuming that means Celsius. I'm only familiar with Fahrenheit, so you got to break it down for me. Argentina also partnered with Cardano. Not a fan of Cardano or Charles Hoskinson personally. I passed out JV stuff, but he said Enjoy the experience. Home video for making videos, my own footage. It's the goal. I'll meet people. Oh, yeah. Chandy talking about going to Nashville. That's why I'm curious. Who else is going to be in Nashville from the fam here for CNA? Let me know. Maybe you guys can link up. Repost the repost of the repost of the repost to repost the inception of the inception of the inception of the Bitcoin inside the Bitcoin, inside the Bitcoin, inside the biddy, inside the biddy, inside the biddy. No diddy. 86 in WV. That's not too bad. 86 degrees. I mean, come on. ICP has nodes in Argentina. Word up. 1 week out, there will be a significant move for the biddy. As of late, Bitcoin decoupled from the U.S. Currency index. Nice. It is on its own course. Bitcoin on its own vector. How do you like those apples? How's 92 degrees? That's pretty damn hot. 100-degree humidity. Probably similar to where I'm at right now in Puerto Rico. It feel like 100, but it's probably like 90 and with humidity. You know what I mean? 88 degrees in South Carolina. Whoa. Still humid, though. Bakersfield, Cali, 103. Is that the highest? Not bad. Anyone here in Arizona or where is it? Vegas. Let me know in the desert out there. Well, enjoy your time at the Nashville conference. We be representing CNA. Vivek ripped the speech at the RNC. Nice. I haven't had a chance to listen to it. Did he mention crypto? Let me know. 844,000 VIP experience with Trump at the Bitcoin conference is sold out. Only 844,000, eh? That's it. Man. I looked to see if she was looking at me while she was looking to see if I was looking at her while I was looking to see if she was looking at me. Hey. 103 degrees in Sacramento. Now that's hot. 75 degrees is what the AC is at. Smart man, my man. Stay in the AC. Stay safe out there. I see we have over 700 people on X, so whatever we're doing is working. So thank you, family, for all the reposts. And again, throughout the stream, I'll be checking the reposts, the reposts, the reposts, reposting everybody, following everybody, because I appreciate the support. Bitcoin is about to change history on the 26th. Enjoy being in the moment. The moment. No diddy. Facts. Let's keep it moving. Next story of the day, eh? So yeah, we just broke down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Analysts discussed the latest with the hash rate and the Bitcoin miners. This headline reads, Bitcoin hash rate drawdown hits bear market levels, but the miners are not selling. Smart. Now, at the beginning of July, the Bitcoin network hash rate drawdown, the metric of relative changes in the network's overall computing power, sank to levels not seen since the December 2022 bear market, suggesting that some Bitcoin miners are starting to capitulate. Back in April, Bitcoin successfully underwent its fourth halving event at block height 840,000, which we ushered in live here on the channel. We had a Bitcoin halving watch party. How many of you were on it? Let me know. It's pretty lit. Cutting the reward miners received per block, found in half to 3.125 BTC, essentially having their largest source of revenue. Miners receive rewards along with transaction fees when they find a new Bitcoin block, but data shows fees only account for less than 10% of revenues. And adding to that, the Bitcoin price recently dropped below the 60,000 mark as selling pressure from the German authorities grew. The rehabilitation trustee for the defunct crypto exchange, Mt. Gox, started repaying creditors in both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. It has since recovered to around 65,000. Now, speaking to Cointelegraph, founder and CEO of crypto exchange CEX.io pointed out that these stats and the fact that the trend-like runes and ordinals have cooled significantly since their introduction. In addition, said that on-chain activity on the Bitcoin network has been either stagnant or declining for the better part of the past 2 years, which to him could mean the hash is more centralized via the larger mining operations, who desire to avoid potential losses could lead to a greater network instability during uncertain conditions. He said the decline in unique active addresses could be a reflection of retail participants ceding ground to corporate entities, which are entering the space at a growing pace, thanks to the spot Bitcoin ETFs, which launched earlier in the year. It was January 11th, roughly 6 months out. Yet, despite all these bearish conditions, Marathon Digital Holdings, the world's largest Bitcoin mining firm, did not sell a single Bitcoin in June. I repeat, the largest Bitcoin mining firm did not sell a single Bitcoin in June. According to its operations report, it kept 18,536 coins untouched. And as mentioned, the Bitcoin hash rate drawdown has dropped to levels we hadn't seen since December of 2022. The last such decline happened after the collapse of FTX when the price of Bitcoin hit a $18,000 low. And a spokesperson for the Bitcoin mining pool operator via BTC said that while the hash rate dropped, its decline wasn't as substantial as the one seen during the bear market, and its impact on the network and the miners is relatively miner. A miner, that is, eh? They added that since the halving in April, the network's hash rate has consistently remained around 600 exahashes per second, far above the 250 exahashes per second seen in December of 2022, highlighting a notable improvement in the hash over time. Now, Brian Ruddick, senior strategist at crypto trading firm and liquidity provider GSR, said Bitcoin's hash rate dropped as mining profitability went down after the halving, adding that the hash price, a metric measuring the revenue potential of a unit of Bitcoin's hash rate, is now sitting at an all-time low. Quoting him here, that said, it's not surprising that some public miners have continued to hodl, as public miners generally have a lower all-in cost per coin than a network as a whole, and as they shored up their balance sheets via debt repayment and at-the-money equity offerings prior to the halving. He emphasized that while public miners are adding hash rate to take on additional market share, the less efficient non-public miners are being forced to unplug unprofitable machines. And Via BTC spokesperson also shared the hash rate price has indeed seen a significant decrease, according to Via BTC's profit calculator. For example, in December of 2022, amid Bitcoin's price plunge at the height of the bear market and considering mining difficulty and block rewards ahead of the halving, the daily revenue miners managed per terahash per second was about 0.05. I'm going to assume that means 5 cents. The spokesperson added that after the Bitcoin halving, when Bitcoin prices jumped along with a 140% increase of the hash rate, the daily revenue per terahash per second remained around 5 cents. The recent price drop saw the figure go down to 4 cents, a new low in the recent years. Now, could we be witnessing a miner death spiral? Well, we'll touch upon it. According to the analyst, he says a theoretical concept where the inverse relationship between miner rewards and energy requirements causes a network to collapse when incentives no longer cover the cost. In other words, it is the theory that if the miners start capitulating after a significant price drop of the rise of the hash rate, the network could crumble, quoting him here. In such a scenario, network fees would spike while throughput ground to a halt, resulting in frustration and inconvenience for transacting participants. However, it's important to note that such an event is yet to occur at a practical sense. And also quoting him here, in essence, mining is a long-term investment endeavor. Preach. When miners start, they commit substantial time, capital, and resources. Their strategies typically span extended periods rather than the short-term durations. So there you have it, yo. And we're going to stop that story there because it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But anyways, hash rate is a good indicator we like to follow. The Bitcoin price tends to follow the hash rate. It's a lagging indicator, according to Max Kaiser. So as long as the hash rate is breaking out, hit new all-time highs, the price will follow. Let's not forget where we're at in this cycle, 4-year cyclical cycle. The Bitcoin network, I mean, we just had the halving on 4/19, virtually on 4/20. Happy 4/20 for the 4/20 fam. 888 people on the stream, family. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We greatly appreciate all the interaction and feedback. I'm going to check the X stream again. We're going to retweet all the retweets. Appreciate it. So yeah, let's get it. Just starting the party. Don't miss it. Thank you, JC. Streaming live. Let's go. Crypto Surge. Yes, JV is live. Thank you for reposting Crypto Surge's post. I just reposted your repost of the repost. You know how we do. JC with another repost. Greatly appreciated, JC. Get in here and get your seat. You are late. Tell them. Just reposted the repost on the repost. We got to make a song called The Repost. Jack Crow, greatly appreciate the repost. Watch JV, best daily news Bitcoin show. Just followed you back, broski. Appreciate the kind words. Let's keep it moving, eh? Let's freaking go. ANJOI. Appreciate the repost. Just reposted the repost on the repost. Stacking a biddy like it ain't no thing. And again, thank you, Brian Paul, and the rest of everyone as well. Serge. And the rest of you guys will keep the repost moving. Money printer go getting cranked up again. Brr. JV, you going to talk about Jamie Dimon flipping? We can touch upon Jamie Dimon. Let's talk about it towards the end of the show when we talk about Trump. Once evil, always evil. Sorry, he'll always be evil. Never be trusted. And I'll get into that later if you really want to hear my rant on Jamie Dimon. Me was 53,000 USD, 73 says DNA. Shout out Noonan. Expected to took a minute to figure out the conversion. JV, cheers. JBZ in the building. Welcome JBZ, getting it, keeping it busy and freezy. Sup fam? Everyone think we are going to crash when they cut the rates? No. I can care less if they cut the rates, raise the rates. We're going to pump regardless because that's what Bitcoin does post-halving. Who cares what Jay Powell says? Screw him. Buck the Fed. You feel me? No Jamie Dimon, please. Thank you. Okay, good. The only Jamie Dimon we're going to be discussing is
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
that Shuckster, that flim flam artist. You feel me? FJD. Thank you, Serge. And shout out to Max Kaiser. If you haven't seen his Jamie the Tapeworm Diamond impersonation, you're missing out on life right now. Some classics. You'll find them on my X, on my feed. I reposted a bunch of classics earlier. Jamie the Tapeworm Diamond. Only Max can do that impersonation. I'm not even going to attempt it. Diamond gets the fire coke, though, eh? You got the great wrenches on this channel, JV. Amen, One House. I got the greatest mods. Shout out to the mods first and foremost. What was the Max Kaiser quote? The US dollar fiat is like being a leopard with the most fingers? I never heard that quote, bro. Shout out Spycraft. Welcome to the streamy stream. Let's get it.
Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
Whoop, whoop. Already 1,000 people on the stream. Thank you guys. We greatly appreciate the support. But let's keep it moving, eh? Next story of the day, eh? Regarding Mt. Gox, the headline reads, Mt. Gox creditors opt to hodl. Where my hodl gang at? Hodl gang, hodl gang, hodl gang. Creditors of the hacked crypto exchange Mt. Gox are not rushing to sell their biddy payouts, at least according to the Reddit community vote. That's right. According to the recent poll on the Mt. Gox insolvency subreddit, most Mt. Gox creditors plan to retain their biddy payouts, which are set to receive soon, or have already received nearly 11 years after the Mt. Gox hack. Good Lord. Mt. Gox insolvency is the sub for those crypto investors affected by the 2014 collapse of Mt. Gox and participating in the official Mt. Gox insolvency process in Tokyo, Japan, throughout the Japanese court system. Now, approximately 20% of the creditors intend to sell all of their Bitcoin holdings. Let's discuss it. The Mt. Gox insolvency poll, which closed July 13th, indicates approximately 260 Mt. Gox creditors, representing 56% of the 467 poll participants, plan to hold on to their biddies after receiving their payouts. Such a decision aligns with the Bitcoiner strategy called hodl, meaning investors decide to hold onto their Bitcoin holdings through its various price fluctuations and volatility. That's right. It's one of the 10 Bitcoin commandments. Hodl be thy name. On the other hand, 88 responders, only roughly 20% of the poll members, indicated they would sell 100% of their Bitcoin payouts. And that's precisely what I predicted yesterday, quoting Samson Mount. Samson said I'd be surprised if even 20% of the people sold their Bitcoin because they're all hodlers, meaning 80% of them are going to hodl, diamond hands and laser eyes. Where are you at? And right in alignment with what the results of the poll share. Around 14% of the respondents said they would sell up to 25% of the Bitcoin payout, while only 6% of the respondents said they wanted to sell up to 50%. Now, the poll might show overall investor sentiment on the Mt. Gox insolvency subreddit, but still, it doesn't show the actual picture for many reasons, like discrepancies in payout amounts and only a fraction of the creditors participating in the vote. So keep that in mind. Take it with a grain of salt. This is all good fun, though, but doesn't mean anything, one Redditor wrote, adding that someone with one Bitcoin selling 25 to 50% is way different from someone selling 10,000 BTC selling 25%. Quoting him here, you cannot take the results of this survey and calculate the percentage of the Bitcoin that will be sold and be anywhere near accurate unless you get lucky. Now, Mt. Gox has already distributed 36% of the owed Bitcoin, so keep that in mind. Mt. Gox, once the world's largest Bitcoin exchange, handling approximately 70% of all Bitcoin transactions before the collapse. Founded back in 2010, Mt. Gox lost 850,000 BTC, 4% of all the issued Bitcoin in a security breach back in February 2014. And after more than 10 years since the hack, the Mt. Gox trustee managed to recover around 141,000 BTC to repay the creditors. However, many Bitcoin payouts have already been distributed to the creditors. And according to CryptoQuant, more than 36% of the owed BTC was distributed as of July 17th. So according to an official communication from the Mt. Gox Rehabilitation Trustee, over 13,000 creditors receive repayments in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash as of July 16th. So there's 94,457 BTC, which has been moved away from the addresses since the funds were consolidated May 30th, according to the Mt. Gox balance bot. So there you go, yo. Last week the trustee sent a big chunk, but it turned out that most of it was sent to a change address, meaning it was sent back to the trustee. So I needed to add that change address too. I did not yet have time to check the movements, but I might need to adjust the bot again, he noted, referring to the most recent transactions on a Kraken. But there you have it. I wouldn't be so alarmed. We've been hearing the FUD every single year. Mt. Gox repayment distribution. Markets are going to crash every year. Mt. Gox repayment distribution. Markets are going to crash. 11 years later, here we are, family. Markets are looking pretty good, especially post-halving. So you already know. Welcome, everyone, joining the stream. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and the Tube. Anyone who reposts the stream live over on X will get followed by yours truly. You'll get an on-screen shout-out, and I'll repost the repost of the repost of the repost. You feel me? Shout out, Eric. Appreciate it. Get the best crypto news out there. Donnie Noonan, greatly appreciate you, brother. Just followed you back. Appreciate the comment. Just reposted the reposts. If you missed the live or want it short and sweet, follow on Spotify. Thank you, broski, and that's accurate. I'm glad you brought it up. This is the #1 podcast, hands down. And really, when we're streaming a video, it's video pod, and then we convert the video pod into a 30-minute audio pod, which he's referring to. We are on Spotify. We're one of the top podcasts on Spotify, hands down, and numbers don't lie. We're also one of the top podcasts over on iTunes, all the major podcasting platforms. Many of you have found this pod over on iTunes or Spotify. You can tune into Crypto News Alerts anywhere podcasts can be listened to, family. Devon, I am not effing selling. That's comment of the day. That deserves a retweet. Thank you for that comment on James Elsie's repost of the repost. T. Roland, looking for that shout out. I got you, big dog. Just sent you some love. Just followed you back. Just reposted. Anyone who shows me love, I'm showing love. That's how. That's called paying it forward. Party time on the Rumble. Tweet for the retweet. Thank you, Eric. Just retweeted the retweet of the retweet. Greatly appreciate that. Let's get 2,000 people on today's stream. We're more than halfway there. Over 1,118 people. JV streaming now. Thank you, Frankie Sachs. I appreciate that. Frankie Stacks, that is. Keep the comments a-flowing. Keep the reposts a-flowing, and we'll keep it moving, eh? Dusty Hunt, appreciate the repost, broski. Granted, this is the repost of a music video. It's nonetheless worthy of a repost. Even though it's not the stream, it's all good. I just followed you as well. Anyone who reposts our music, our content, I got your back, family. Thank you, Eric. We're live and in the flesh. Anyways, family, greatly appreciate all the support. You guys are absolutely amazing.
The largest corporate fine at the time. $13 billion. That's billion.
Billion. Yes, they continue to get fined because they're criminals. But anyways, let's get it. Shout out DJ Wednesday, holding it down on a Thursday. You got to respect that. Respect the pump. 1,154 people already. Boom, shakalaka. Shout out to the Rumble fam as well. X fam, YouTube fam. Thank you for holding it down. Welcome to Tall. I don't trust the politicians, says okay, good, including Trump, but Bitcoin is unstoppable one way or the other. It is true. No matter what any politician does, no one can stop Bitcoin on its trajectory towards the moon, where no man has gone before. Anyways, let's continue, yo. Next story of the day, the Ethereum ETF, rumor has it can get the green light this Monday or Tuesday. Only a few days out. This is also mega bullish for the crypto market. So let's break down the latest because BlackRock has officially announced their fees. That's right. Headline reads, BlackRock set spot Ether ETF fee at 0.25% amid the rush of the S1 filings. That's right. Asset management firm BlackRock, the largest, has set the fee for its spot Ethereum ETF at 0.25% ahead of the potential launch next week. BlackRock's S1 registration statement, filed on July 17th, yesterday, explains its fee will be accrued daily at an annualized rate equal to 0.25% of the fund's net value asset and is payable at least every 3 months in US dollars, and kind of a combination of both. It said it could waive all or a portion of the fee for certain periods, adding that it plans to do this upon launch. Similar to the iShares Bitcoin Trust launch, BlackRock Spot Ether ETF will start trading at a 0.12% fee until 12 months pass, or after it amasses $2.5 billion in net assets whichever comes first. Others also indicated their proposed fees and waiver periods amid the flooded of S1 registration forms. Franklin Templeton issued a spot Ether ETF and says will charge the lowest fee, 0.19%, while Bitwise and VanEck Ethereum ETF assets are at set to 0.2%, virtually the same thing. It's like, Jesus. The 21 shares core Ethereum ETFs is set at 0.21%, while Fidelity and Invesco will offer the same 0.25% fee as BlackRock's. This is official. This is coming directly from James Seyfarth, clearly insider over at Bloomberg, top ETF expert. So I trust anything he is sharing. He's been dead on accurate. Him and James Seyfarth and Eric Balchunas when it comes to the ETFs. Now, Bitwise, Fidelity, and Franklin Templeton 21 shares and VanEck have proposed to completely slash their fees initially. VanEck's fee will be waived for the first 12 months or after it amasses $1.5 billion in assets, whichever comes first. We call this game theory, means there's competition. Many of them being approved at the same time is a great thing. It lowers the fees. Bitwise will waive its fee for the first 6 months or first $500 million in net assets, while Franklin set a January 31st, 2025 or $10 billion threshold. Fidelity will waive fees until January 1st, 2025, when the fees will increase 0.25% thereafter. Meanwhile, Grayscale is leaving its spot Ether ETF fee the highest at 2.5%. However, it is now approved Grayscale's Ethereum mini trust will offer a much more competitive fee of 0.25%. Grayscale said 10% of Grayscale spot Ether ETF will establish its Ethereum mini trust, providing $1 billion in seed funding. Reports state that at least 3 ETF issuers, namely BlackRock, Franklin, and VanEck, have already received preliminary approval from the U.S. SEC. Gary Gensler, where you at, No Claire Gare? Bloomberg ETF analyst Balchunas expects the S1s will be signed off next Monday after trading hours, allowing the spot Ether ETF to officially start trading on Tuesday, July 23rd. So mark this in your calendar, July 23rd. This Tuesday, most likely the green lights. Now, Bitwise Chief Investment Officer Matt Hougan speculated the spot Ether ETFs can attract up to $15 billion in inflows in the first 18 months of trading, roughly the same amount that the spot ETFs for Bitcoin mustered since launching roughly 6 months ago. And if approved, the spot Ether ETFs would be listed on the NASDAQ, as well as the New York Stock Exchange, as well as the CME. Let's freaking go. Let me know, yo. Are you bullish on this? This Ethereum ETF, do you think this will be a big deal? Do you think it'll pump the markets? Holla at your boy. Let me know, family. Shout out Spycraft. Expect a GBTC type sell-off just the same as they did with the ETF. Gensler is in. Snake does not change its style. Well said. Snakes don't change their style. Snake in the grass, eh? Mr. Gensler. Kathy Wood says, I am never selling. CW Bath. So just followed you back, brother. Just reposted the comment. Appreciate the comment on the stream. All comments and reposts with quotes will get reposted, and I'll make sure to be following you guys. Love the music, says T. Roland. Thank you, family. I had to repost that comment as well. I'm glad you're enjoying it and enjoying the music. We got to, of course, shout out Chandy 10 Music, the #1 Bitcoin music channel. Hands down, 83,000 subs already. Her first month producing Bitcoin content for the stream. You can find it exclusively over on her channel, which is also pinned in the comment section of the stream. So we appreciate that, family. Let's get it. Keep the comments a-flowing. We got more to share. We're just getting started. We're going to be streaming at least for the next hour. We'll have over 2,000 people on this stream concurrent by the end of the stream. Mark my words, we're more than halfway there already. Why would anyone delete bless President Trump? Forces of evil are real. There's real forces of evil. There's a spiritual war going on. It's very apparent in the physical world, right? The physical world is a reflection of the spiritual world. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Precisely what's playing out right now. The ETH ETF does one thing for sure. It brings legitimacy and regulation to the crypto space. The dollar will fail, says Eric. Coin ETF listings take away from the Bitcoin overall, but it is inevitable. Can't stop the greed. 100K party incoming, 100K fiesta. Make sure you guys are signed up at our Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. One of the channels is 100K Bitcoin fiesta, which ultimately means when we smash that 6-figure milestone, we're celebrating fiesta style here in Puerto Rico, and y'all invited. So let's go. Let's get it. The ETH ETF will be the sell the news event. Mr. Bone Daddy says money will move into the biddy. Moving into the biddy. Let's get it. But anyways, fam, next story of the day. Let's discuss the $223,000 target, according to this analyst. And breaking news with Trump adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset and making the announcement in Nashville for the United States of America. Big news. Breaking news. Dennis Porter dropped the bomb, so we're going to be covering all this. Stick around. But first, let's discuss some bullish targets, Analysts forecast 223,000 Bitcoin price after the Bitcoin bullish momentum returns. That's right. It's like Return of the Dragon in this beast. Bitcoin could be headed to 220,000 after reclaiming key support levels during the current market recovery. This price target is based on historical Bitcoin miner capitulation patterns as observed by multiple crypto traders. That's right. The end of the mini capitulation periods following Bitcoin halvings has historically preceded significant increases in the Bitcoin price in the subsequent months and years, according to synonymous crypto analyst Cryptonary, who wrote on a July 17th post when Bitcoin was hovering just below 65,000. The analyst shared that the hash ribbons chart showed minor capitulation periods and their characteristics. The chart revealed that the end of the minor capitulation in previous Bitcoin halving cycles has been followed by massive increases of the Bitcoin price, 5,110%, 3,346%, and 591% increases post-minor capitulation during the 2012, 2016, and 2020 cycles, respectively, quoting him here. Assuming the current minor capitulation periods end soon, and using today's price of 64,700, an exponential decay model suggests a potential price peak of 223,000 for this cycle, based on historical post-halving periods. And they say, if history doesn't repeat, it oftentimes rhymes. Now, TradingView shows Bitcoin price trading roughly 65 Gs. Mikhail Van de Pop shared the following. He says, if Bitcoin moves to and holds above 65,000 backed by consistent institutional inflow, it can climb to $100,000 per coin, as he shares in this tweet. He says it's only a matter of time before we see Bitcoin hit 100 Gs, baby. Can't wait. Now, meanwhile, the analyst CryptoCon said that Bitcoin's price keeps pointing back to the second cycle. The analyst shared the following chart showing the Bitcoin price multiple retests of the resistance from 2021, the all-time high, which just happened in 2017. After that, Bitcoin will likely flip the previous all-time high into support before the most important cycle, price action. This means if the Bitcoin price moves higher from the current price to reclaim the 2021 all-time high of 69,000, it is likely to enter a parabolic uptrend into price discovery. Quoting him here, I don't know about you, but I'd hate to miss out on that price action between here and the MVRVZ cycle. Top zone is outlined here in the chart. Now, the analyst, also Nebraskan Gunner, believes the sharp rise indicator is a good sign for the strong trend continuation. And I also wanted to share with you this actual tweet from Cryptonary. Historically, the end of the minor capitulation periods following Bitcoin halvings has led to significant price increases for Bitcoin in the subsequent months and years. The hash ribbon metric suggests that the Bitcoin bottoms out when the miners capitulate due to the high mining costs and the lower revenues, identifying various minor capitulation periods and their characteristics. For example, in the previous cycles, the 2012 cycle saw a 5,110% increase post-minor capitulation. The 2016 cycle saw a 3,346% increase, and the 2020 cycle saw a 591% increase. And assuming the current minor capitulation period ends soon, using today's price of 64.7, an exponential decay model suggests a potential price peak of $223,000 per biddy this cycle based on historical post-halving periods. While a 223,000 peak seems optimistic, it is a noteworthy model, as outlined right here, family, in the chart. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. 223 Gs, baby. Send it. So there you have it. I'm going to check the chat right before we dive into our feature story of the day. Discuss breaking news. Trump speaking in Nashville. Will he be announcing adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender or a strategic reserve asset in Nashville? for America in Nashville, because that's the damn rumor, and that's what I'm going to be covering. So stay tuned here, family. Welcome everyone just joining us. What do we call plebs that store value in fiat? I mean, that's a fantastic question. What do we call those who hoard fiat as a store of value?
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People.
What do we call them, folks? Don't be shy now. Nacho cheese, nacho keys. That's right, JBZ.
That use fiat currency.
What do we call them, folks? Starting in El Zante this year. Congratulations, El Salvador representing. Please stand up. Please stand up. Just followed you back plastic to the Bitcoin. Just reposted the comment, family. Again, if anyone repost or comment the live stream over on X right now, I will follow you, I will repost you, and I shall salute you. Appreciate it, family.
As a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor.
You nailed it. That's what they're called. That's why we store biddies, not dollars. Only keep it in the bank what you can afford to lose. It's a melting ice cube. Don't save in fiat. I'm telling you, 225 is the move, says Greg. Keep it moving. 3 million sounds even better, broski. Best Bitcoin pod by far. Greatly appreciate those kind words. Thanks again for all the comments and all that fun stuff. We're going to have over 2,000 people by the end of the stream. Mark my words. Already over 1,400, so let's get it. It's going up forever, Laura. It's going up forever, Melda. Forever and ever and ever.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
3 milli sounds good. April of, what is that, 2028, family? Send it. All in the chat and the group have been bleeding edge. Bitcoin will not change. It will change the world. Amen. Amen. It's going up forever, Melda. Those poor hoarders, exactly, dub proof. They're very poor hoarders. It's very sad. It's very sad for the poor hoarders. So you already know, yo. But anyways, without further ado, let's dive into our feature story of the day. Trump could announce Bitcoin as a U.S. strategic reserve asset in Nashville next week on July 27th. That's right. This is the headline from an article published by Bitcoin Magazine, and the story was actually broken by Dennis Porter. So let's start with where the news originated from, right here. Shout out Dennis Porter, by the way. He wrote, huge breaking. Trump to announce a USA Bitcoin strategic reserve in Nashville, America. And then he says, P.S. This is not a joke. My sources are credible. Much respect to Dennis Porter. He is the real deal. He has been covering Bitcoin for quite some time. I've been following him for a very long time. And he's the real deal, especially when it comes to Bitcoin adoption with countries and states. He has been on the front line for a very long time. So I respect what he is sharing here, and I believe he does genuinely have some good sources. Now, he also recently tweeted, this is a tweet from Bitcoin Magazine. President Trump says his experience with Bitcoin and crypto has been eye-opening. Quoting Trump, I don't want to be responsible for another country taking over this sphere. He knows that China is getting involved with Bitcoin, and he doesn't want China to take over. He sees the writing on the wall. Trump also, 10 days before the failed assassination attempt, he fully embraced Bitcoin. He said he would protect our right to self-custody. You know, he said, the 50 million Americans in Bitcoin, I will fight for your right to self-custody. You know what I mean? He also said he would fight against central bank digital currencies, we know as CBDCs. He also promised us his first day on the job after being reelected, he would pardon Ross Albright. If you'd like to see Ross Albright pardon, let me know in the comments. Back to Dennis Porter's tweets. Adding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve to the U.S. Treasury is a no-brainer. And once the USA does it, the paradigm will shift and the world will understand they must also have a Bitcoin position. And this is precisely what Max Keiser has been speaking about as well. He believes Trump is going to make some form of announcement. I've been covering as well here in the pod. Dennis also wrote, Bitcoin is a strategic asset. The world is beginning to realize it. Now the USA has a shot to lead the globe. Don't blink. You will miss history. Very powerful words. He also shared, the next president of the USA should sign an executive order to convert the $5.5 billion held by the U.S. government into a strategic reserve at the U.S. Treasury and then use that reserve to back the dollar with Bitcoin. And what did Max Keiser share that I covered on the podcast the other day? Precisely that Trump has some sort of strategy to back Bitcoin with the U.S. Treasury. Pretty amazing. Hey, another source to confirm. Interesting, isn't it? But back to this article that Trump could announce Bitcoin as a U.S. strategic reserve asset in Nashville, July 27th, published by Bitcoin Magazine. Let's break it down. So yeah, the conference is around the corner. Trump is set to make the highly anticipated appearance as a keynote speaker, and he did recently confirm, even after the failed assassination attempt, that he was still going to be there. So more than likely, he'll be speaking on July 27th on the final day. This has created a buzz of excitement, to say the least, amongst crypto investors, as rumors suggest that Trump may deliver a significant announcement during his speech. Can't wait. All eyes on Trump right now, family. According to Dennis Porter, the co-founder of the nonprofit organization Satoshi Act, Trump intends to unveil Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States. Could you imagine the implications of this and what it would do to Bitcoin and the market and the rest of the world? Major. We can all speculate, right? Let me know in the comments. Convinced of this fact, Porter claimed, this is no joke, my sources are credible, and he added that Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the U.S. Treasury. It's a no-brainer. The paradigm will shift the world. It will understand they must also have a Bitcoin position or forever be left behind. However, the report is yet to be confirmed by Trump, his staff, or any external sources, so do keep that in mind. Therefore, and until such confirmation is presented, Porter's claims must be taken with a grain of salt and considered speculation. And as reported by Bitcoinists, Bitcoin-friendly political leaders have long advocated for considering Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. One of them is Vivek Ramaswamy, who's also going to be speaking at the same conference as Trump. And a former presidential candidate has been advising Trump on Bitcoin and digital assets since January. And that's the word on the street. Vivek's been whispering in Trump's ear regarding Bitcoin and crypto adoption and how important it is and all that good stuff. Ramaswamy proposed backing the U.S. dollar with a basket of commodities, including the biddy, to combat inflation and maintain the currency's value over time. On the other hand, David Bailey, CEO of Bitcoin Mag and an advisor to Trump's campaign, has explored the theoretical impacts of the United States adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Bailey's vision involves securing a significant Bitcoin reserve for the U.S. Treasury by time locking the 210,000 BTC held by the USA for 100 years. It's going up forever, Melda. And adding to the speculation surrounding the increased pro-Bitcoin and crypto measures, Trump recently announced that Senator J.D. Vance, a notable proponent of cryptos, will join his ticket as the vice presidential candidate for the 2024 election. And you already know J.D. Vance despises Gary Gensler, so I love J.D. Vance that much more. Can I get a fire GG, fire Gary Gensler, hashtag fire Gary Gensler in that live chat, family? Let me know. And what are your thoughts? And I'm going to read you one more tweet from Max. The Democrats in the U.S. have been extremely centralized and authoritarian, so it makes sense that in the age of Bitcoin, they would freak out and blow themselves up like they are doing. The Orange Pill Party will replace the DNC and the RNC in the United States of America. So there you have it, yo. Let me know if you agree or disagree that Trump will make the announcement. In fact, there's a live poll up in the chat right now. I want to know, yay, nay, I doubt it, not sure. Let me know. And towards the end of the stream, I'll be reading the results of the poll out loud. JV for VP. Are you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BTC? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with BTC? All the ladies. He would not reveal that now because that would be stupid. If he isn't, they would need to accumulate 2 million BTC. Says one-eared cat. I would not go to the Bitcoin conference if I was Trump. They might see it as an opportunity to crash Bitcoin and get rid of Trump at the same time. Says Adam. JC, he is just putting the strong arm up. That's all I saw him repeating. There is a buy the rumor frenzy before the crypto conference. Hashtag fire Gary Gensler. Music to my ears. I'm going to check the X stream again. Welcome, everyone. This is the Q&A segment of the live show. Anyone who reposts the stream is going to get a repost, and I'll be sure to follow you over on X. We're very close to my target of 2,000 live concurrent viewers on the stream. I mean, we got over 1,500, so let's make it happen. We're so close, family. I greatly appreciate that. And I'm actually, all you got to do is you go to the stream, you hit the heart. The hearts help with the algorithm as well. Very simple algorithm on X. The more hearts and reposts you get, the more eyeballs that are going to see it. So all you got to do is hit those two arrows, and then it's going to say quote or repost. I suggest you hit the quote button and you write a few words like best podcast or tune in, live Q&A, JV's on fire, whatever you want to say, and I'll repost it. Because if you have an original quote, I can repost it unlimited times, meaning I can repost everyone's quotes. But if you only hit the repost, it's great, it helps, but I can't repost the repost. Let me know if that makes sense. So I just reposted my own stuff here. And you guys are amazing. We already have 23 reposts, which is mind-boggling considering we only have 41 likes. That means more than half the people who like the content are reposting the comment, which is phenomenal. So thank you, family. You guys are amazing. So Tokens Magazine by Charlene, I appreciate the repost. Just reposted the repost. And I'll be scrolling down in case I missed anyone, such as Hidden Detail. Legend, as always. Greatly appreciate the kind words, Hidden Detail. Just reposted the repost. Shout out again, Jack. Appreciate it. And Joy, what it do? Silver Spike just reposted the repost. Let's repost the repost as I post up. You guys are amazing. So, yeah. Knox Bill, thank you for reposting the Bitcoin revolution in El Salvador. Representing. Shout out Nayib Bukele. You get a repost as well, broski. Any of the content. So thank you, fam. You guys are truly amazing. JV is the man. Thank you, Mike Dude Kim. Just followed you back, broski. Just hearted you and reposted you. And anytime I repost to someone, I always heart them first. That's just the way I roll. And shout out Glenn Cooper, just followed you back, broski, just hearted you, reposted you. We're now friends. If you want to be my friends on Twitter, repost my content. I will friend you, repost you, and we'll be homies. So thank you, family. And I think once we're friends, you can reach out to me, private message me, DM me, and all that fun stuff. But anyways, let's continue reading some of the comments here. All the boomers would not like hearing the reserve is backed by Bitcoin. Gold, yes. Who cares what the Peter Schiff boomers have to say? If you're a boomer, listen to Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert. Don't listen to Peter Shifty. If you're listening to Peter Shifty, things are a little shifty. You know what I mean? And shout out to the Nippinator cleaning downstairs. He's always cleaning downstairs. It's spring cleaning and it's summer. Go figure. 1,600 people on the stream. Let's get it. Are you not entertained? If you haven't reposted this, are you not entertained? Come on, yo. You are a postman now. I'm a postman now. I work for the post office. Is that what you're trying to say? Weekly, since inception, 2009, the biddy goes up on average. 2 fib levels post-halving. 1.114 equals 400,000 El Salvador. 1.236 equals 3 milli. All before the next halving. 2028. Bring it. Exactly. Devon. You are still here, JV. You're becoming an OG. Did you know that? I'll accept it. But there's better OGs out there. A true OG was 2011 adoption. I'm late to the party. I'm like a third generation OG. You feel me? Well, look at all the halving cycles. Think of it this way. If you were in before the first halving of 2012, you're a true OG, like the Max Kaisers, the Stacey Herberts. If you came in 2016, you're a second phase OG. And I came in 2017, so around that time. And if you came in 2020, the following halving, you're a third generation OG, because now we just had the fourth halving, right? What's the worst that would happen if Trump announced biddies as a reserve currency? Not like they're going to shoot him again. They better have security there. It's like, oh my God. JV is definitely up today, and that's without the caffeine. That's just ginger in the blood. Got the tiger blood from the ginger love. My favorite new drinky drink. I was sipping on Bitcoin juice earlier. That's why my lips were all orange. I freshly squeezed the biddy into a juice. Cold press, of course. It's cold pressed. Just like this is a cold pressed juice. That's the only way I do it. But you already know, family. Let's get it. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. We're still on 3 platforms. We're on X, we're on Rumble, and we're on the Tube. What I'm going to do now is play a new video that that Chandy created for us. We premiered it yesterday, and it's just so great. I want to play it again and enjoy it. She actually made this video specifically for the Pump Watch party. We did a Pump Watch the other day. 70,000 was our target. Granted, we didn't hit 70. We did hit 66. We had a blast. We went for 13 hours. 13. I'm like putting 8 up. We went for 13 hours. Let me refix that. We went for 13 hours. 5 plus 5 plus 3. And it was pretty lit. And we played Chandy's music all night long. And it was phenomenal. I had a blast. I can't wait for the next Pump Watch. Once we get back above 66 Gs, we'll have another Pump Watch celebration. It's going to be fun. But enjoy this new music video. She created it specifically for the Pump Watch, but it's for our CNA fam, dedicated to each and every one of you. Enjoy.
What's up, family? Is the Bitcoin going up? Y'all are staying up late with me. This is the best night of my life. Let's party. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'll be all yours if you will be all mine. The bump, hippie, skippy, pump, party, pump, pump, bitty. It's a Pump Watch party. JB stayed up late to party with us. Yip, yip, bitty, whoopee. Send the Bitcoin. Da, doing, 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 lunar up. Why do you build me up, build me up, build me up? Just to go and dip back down and mess me around. I'm kidding, we trust you, BTC. Our pretty little bitty's going up. But then best of all, you'll never fall too far. Sexy little bitty, when you say you will never crash, never crash. I believe you and love you. It's watch party time, CNA style. We will talk all night, we'll be alone. Don't worry, boys, we can't fight. We're too far away, and we would need to be close. I'll fight anyone. Who's bringing the pizza? Who's bringing the popcorn? It's a crypto news alert watch party. It's a CNA family slumber party. Pretty little bitty going up. Jen is wearing comfy PJs. Juju is ready to dance. I wanna play truth or dare. Wear PJs and dance. What are the guys gonna do? Probably look at charts, but CNA sisters know how we do what we do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Party time, bitty up time. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, Bitcoin, you'll never break my heart. JV, light up the stage and let's play some games. Any kind of game, pretty please. JV, spin the bottle. What, it was a joke? Bitcoin party, silly joke. I'll be over at 10 when the watch party begins. Team CNA, I'll wait with you and then out like a dragon roars. We will watch the Bitcoin soar. It's you I trust. Yeah, let me down again. Hey, hey, bitty, bitty, gotta be mine. Hey, 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 a little time, and BTC will make us happy. Hey, 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 we'll be home free. I'll be on the live chat, cheering with my bitty family. Ooh, 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 pretty little bitty going up.
Yeah, pillow fighting, spin the bottle, truth or dare. We were playing all these games during the Pump Watch. If you missed it, you're missing out. So mark that. Next time we have a next Pump Watch, which will be soon, I think when we hit above 66, be there or be square. Because what happens on the CNA Pump Watches stays on the CNA Pump Watches, just FYI. But let's end the poll, family. You had an opportunity to vote. Let's see what you guys shared regarding if Trump will make this announcement next week in Nashville at the event, announcing Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, for America. So here we go. Here's the results. I'll read you the results. Survey says 54% of you say yay. 17% say not sure, 16% say I doubt it, and only 10% of you say no, which is the minority. Nice. And that was after 301 votes. So there you have it, family. You guys are bullish on Trump adopting Bitcoin for America. I dig it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod on X and Rumble. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the F out of here. So go ahead and visit rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, it's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net as we continue the uncensored, extended version of the pod. Deuces to the tube. We out. But all right, yo.